Everybody, welcome back to the channel. So last night we did a live video of the 2.0 special program. For various technical reasons, I don't think my footage came out all that well. So, I mean, I was going to do this anyway, but just in case you're wondering where that video is, I'll try to condense everything in here. But before I even start playing the video and before we start talking about stuff we saw in 2.0, that was a stacked video. There was, I think the live was over an hour long, which is a little longer than the ones that I've seen live before. And no Mr. Z this time. It was all the Hoyo devs themselves giving it, which meant a lot of subtitles for me, because I guess this one was for general audiences, right? But yeah, it's fascinating, especially the sets, which I guess we won't see here. Maybe I'll try to find a clip of that, because it was fascinating how much work they put into the sets for where they would talk to the camera and say what's going on. It was pretty great. But let's just get into this video. This is a condensed version of the version 2.0 teaser, so we'll get into it here.
The court was corrupt with decadence. The martial world stood leaderless. Bandits ran rampant.
We're getting our first look at, not the first look, but another look
Yet heroes of
YFA Peninsula
still rose up,
and our new agents.
drawn and raised to champion justice.
Is that Lemmy and Hollow?
I guess so. I believe you.
The mystics of Yunque's summit.
Oh, there's that tower where the Exaltus are apparently
I urge you
hinted to be.
entering the porcelain production site.
This area is steeped in miasma and its corruptive residue.
So miasma is important. We'll hear more of that later.
High Preceptor of Yunque Summit, Yishuan. I shall wipe out all evil.
Our first look is Yishuan herself. And they reiterated that she's a Void Hunter ranked agent. So apparently she's on par with Void Hunters, which I guess we'll see. There's a lot of content creators who know how to review that and review power level and abilities of certain characters. But it'd be exciting if she is. It'll convince you more to pull for her. I'm not gonna pull for it just because I have no use for a stunned character in the way I play. But there's plenty of people who are excited for Jufufu, and I'm going for Pan, if for no other reason because he'll be part of the banner for Yishuan.
Like I'd been pulled out of a sweet dream.
If I don't put an end to this disaster tonight, my Yishuan will be shattered along with everything.
Now I wonder who Yishuan. I wonder who that is.
Isn't she?
How many times have I told you? What you see with your own eyes isn't necessarily the truth.
That's ether corruption, right?
Get ready! Formation!
On the night of the old capital's fall,
Once this first part is over, we might go a little slower. There's a lot of stuff that's worth pointing out.
We shall do it again.
Just in time. The ceremony has just begun.
That boss looks kind of cool. I can't wait to fight that boss. Looks like a fun fight. Okay. Okay, so let's go back through it real quick, because a lot of this stuff is just going to be, yeah, just text.
In the Hollow era,
So, okay, so funny enough, I just noticed now that Yishuan's in the background of this picture, looking out into the horizon. And then it looks like the symbols that with her name are there as well. Apparently that means Grandmaster, so I'm not sure how that all ties in, but it's just something interesting to notice.
the martial world stood
We got street gangs, which it seems like those might be more part of Jufufu's storyline, because apparently her storyline is going to be tied to like her being involved in a kung fu action film.
leaderless.
That definitely looks like a street gang you would see in one of those films.
People suffered unbearably. Yet heroes of righteousness still rose up. Blades drawn
I thought I saw something.
to champion justice.
Is that Lemmy and Hollow?
You must be the mystics of Yunque's summit. For the safety.
Yeah, I missed it, but
The mystic.
so that looks like it's something related to Exaltus, and I guess we're for sure in a hollow now, given the landscape. But in the 2.0 teaser, faction teaser, we got what, last month? That shot of that building preceded a cutscene involvement of the Exaltus. So it seems like that's going to be related to that.
For the safety of everyone here again.
Maybe. Otherwise, this definitely looks like we're in a hollow, if there's any doubt.
This area is steeped in miasma and its corruptive residue. I'm the third.
Yes, miasma is going to be a thing that I think we'll see an image of it later in the video, but that's going to be another an environmental hazard we need to be mindful of.
High Preceptor of Yunque's Summit, Yishuan. I shall wipe out all evil. Formless air gathers. Corruption is purged.
Yeah, but she definitely looks cool. She's definitely an
Scatter.
easy pull.
Release. Evil.
If for no other reason that it might be good that I have a Rupture Agent ready to go for the content that's going to require that. I mean, not require, that's a strong word, but it'll be good to have a Rupture Agent in the toolkit.
Shall return to dust.
And who better than a Void Hunter rank 1? Thought it was funny that this part wasn't translated for some reason.
Haya, 도서를 한번 사초에 무대야지.
That outfit looks cool. Then they're going to talk about it more, but I'm definitely good in that outfit. That's happening.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Shifu. Fufu's here. The streets here are really cool, too. Come on, I'll show you around. What's going on? Who dares disturb the peace on our streets? Playtime!
She sounds pretty endearing, honestly. Trying to decide if it sounds super cute or just like the voice actor. I think I feel like there's depth to what she's doing. But of course, we'll get to see how she turns out in the actual story. Food related agent. I'm down with that.
Sweet dream.
If I don't put an end to this disaster tonight, my Yishuan will be.
That was like an ink creature, right? Similar to her birds.
Along with everything.
Some sort of representation of someone she knows, apparently.
How many times have I told you?
Oh, look. So there's some ether corruption. The type that looks like similar to what Vivian had, which I guess is what we're going to be leaning into, knowing how to cure. So I guess it makes sense that she's going to be put in a position where she's going to need some faith in healing.
Your own eyes isn't necessarily the truth.
Everyone, get ready.
This is also really interesting. So I guess this is part of what they're teaching the Faith in Twins. I mean, don't know what it is, and I don't know by what in-universe logic or method that they're employing here, but it's interesting.
On the night of the old capital's fall 11 years ago, Yunque's Summit answered the call and left the mountain to save lives. We did it then, and tonight, we shall do it again.
You are just in time.
Call to action, everybody.
The ceremony has just begun.
If we're talking about ceremonies, it seems like we're definitely talking about Exaltus. So I know there's I've been hearing some feedback that maybe the Exaltus didn't seem like much of a threat when we saw them in the 1.7. Granted, that was like a dilapidated faction, like offshoot of the Exaltus. But I guess it'll be nice to see what they look like when they're actually a threat or a direct threat. I didn't get a good enough chance to see the artwork here. I guess is Wise hiding behind like the subtitles here because I didn't get to see him. Wait, I wonder if I can stop it in time to see Wise. Okay, there he is. I was like, "Where's Wise in that photo?" he's all the way down here, hidden by the subtitles. Yeah, so of course we get the main story in a whole new area. I wonder what Is that a robot? This seems like a AI character. It's a new type of robot that I haven't seen before. More Thyrans, more different kinds of people. There's Jufu's TV schedule, her agent story. This is the one that's going to involve like her getting involved with like a kung fu movie. Oh, that's a cool looking bamboo. I like that bamboo. Oh yeah, this is peak. I'm totally gonna get this. I didn't get Astra's special costume, but I think I'm end up getting this one because this one looks really cool. And I know it's just only 2, so it's hardly a pattern. But like, it's funny how well, I guess Nick Cole's is wasn't black, but I was just thinking like Astra's is black, this one's black. This is just their go-to for these outfits. Yeah, that's a stylish outfit. Totally gonna get that one. I like it more than her normal outfit. No offense to it. Speaking of outfits, why isn't Belle gonna get an outfit? That's super cool. And I guess they're gonna be customizable. I don't know if they're gonna show it immediately here, but besides changing what they look like overall, you can add a whole bunch of accessories. Okay, I guess they're gonna show it later. And yeah, we know these are the 3 characters we were gonna pull for. Our first Rupture agent and her like ether, special ether attribute, which is called etheric ink? No, uric. I don't know. I forget how it's pronounced now. It's like an ink. And then Pan's defense, physical defense, and Jufufu is fire stun. We don't have enough info on this character. It looked like it was a lot of physical attacks happening in the footage they showed of him. So I kind of hope it's not a physical bang boo, just because it feels like there's a lot of them. But I'm definitely I'm almost definitely gonna pull for him. But it would be nice to mix it up a little bit. I need a strong ice. I mean, obviously, there's no way that there's going to be a nice relation to this because no one here has ice powers. But I really could use a limited, quote unquote, limited ice bang though, just because I don't know. I got Shark Boo, but I don't know. It feels like it doesn't have a lot of oomph. This one might be physical, but I mean, I'm still probably gonna get it because there'll probably be some synergies with the agents on the team, so that'll be good. This was big news. There was some speculation going around about this, but we're gonna get a selector of we get to choose any one of the standard S rank agents, which maybe I'll cover more detail in my poll video. But Grace is the only one of the 6 standard agents I don't have yet. And the one that makes the most sense for me to have since I'm all anomaly build. So it'll be nice to finally have Grace. And then that'll be just that much more heavy on anomaly agents and can do a lot more badass anomaly stuff. So I'm happy about it. Besides that, yeah, we got an engine too, so we can get pick whatever engine. I'm definitely gonna go for Grace's engine. No question about that. Got a bunch of polychrome, enough for a 10 pull, another 20 on top of that for another 20 pull, her 30 limited pulls. Boopon for 10. All the first purchase bonuses are going to be reset, which I'm probably going to be able to whale a little bit more. And then we get the outfits, which we already saw. This has already started, so between now and then we can get 480 polychrome. So already doing that. Already got my first bit today. And like I said, there's the selector in all its glory. And then we get an avatar anniversary title. So, oh yeah, okay, that's the part of the 10 tips we're gonna get. So 2 check-in events. And then the enormous one. This is super special. The devs talked about it in their dev talk like 2 months ago, that they're going to look back at some agents and maybe do some tweaks. And here's the first one of that. Ellen Jo, who, for all accounts, has been hurt. You know, they haven't been able to they haven't been power crept, but it just seems like their kit and abilities just haven't kept up with the current meta, with what things have progressed. So looks like they're gonna add a few moves that she got from the Hollow Zero kits. It looks like she's gonna be way more dynamic, which that's cool. Plus, I think her core passive was upgraded to allow for increased ice damage, so it's gonna be awesome. I have Ellen, so this means a lot to me. I mean, she's not an anomaly, so there will probably only be specific times I get to use her, or will use her, considering the way I like to play. But it's nice. It's nice that she'll have a little more oomph to her. Of course, Wi-Fi Peninsula, aka Waifu Peninsula, in the Throne Quarter of New Eridu, new place, Harlem Heights, the main residential area. So basically our 6th Street. We got a world map, which I think is awesome. It'll let us get a kind of a new perspective view on how big New Eridu is and where things are in relation to each other. So I like that. I might have to see this map once it releases to get an idea of what it all means. I kind of expected a little more detail than that, but it still looks cool. And then this selector is way better than what we have now. I guess Aerospace City is which is located in the Aluminum Hollow. It's going to be like an open world-esque map. So that's super interesting. It's going to be a lot like a Path the Pale Wasteland update we got at 1.4. That's what I think it resembles, anyway. And a lot of new exploration techniques. This just seems to be part of the exploration gameplay, which they really need, because it does seem like something was lost when they lost TV mode. It really is a shame that people complained about that, because I think it really was an effective storytelling tool. And now we're forcing the developers to work extra hard on something different. But it is what it is. They made the decision to step away from it or reincorporate it in a different way, which we have yet to see. Part of that is that now miasma is going to be like a new environmental hazard we need to be mindful of. And there's like a miasma gauge that can be filled depending on our level of exposure. So we got to avoid being exposed. And besides debuffing us, it'll also empower the enemies. So miasma is a big deal. And here's more of the exploration. Although I don't know, these look similar to what was replaced in the early chapters of the game. I mean, since I had already finished the early chapters of the game, I never saw what it was to actually play those. But it seems like it's a lot more of that now being implemented in the new stuff. Temple management, I guess, is again, to me this seems like it's going to be either similar to the Cheesetopia gameplay, or it's going to be like us managing our video store. It's hard to tell, or maybe just some mix, or even a totally different thing. But I like it. Here's our new version of the daily scratcher ticket. Apparently we can still do the scratcher ticket, but then we can also optionally do this instead. So we have a choice now. Oh, that's cool. I see, those are the accessories I was talking about earlier. So that'll be fun to mess around with. A panda helmet. There's some events, the gravitational attraction, so kind of a dating sim for the movie theater that we'll be in. Gravity Cinema. I was trying to adjust the volume, but my ability just did subtly is not very good. This is gonna be pretty good. Mech fighting with EOS. That looks like a lot of fun. That's gonna be a sick gameplay. This, unless they screw it up, this is gonna be one of those things that's gonna be fun to come back to. Another VR challenge. This again seems similar to Corin, so I don't have a lot of high hopes for it. Like, it'll be fun gameplay-wise, but didn't like how it was a chance for us to have some core and quality time and nothing really came of it. Oh, this one's interesting. This is a food-related event, which is in-game, but apparently doing a lot of real-life things as well. There's, like, almost no chance it'll be near where I live, but I guess it's nice to dream. Yum. Sightseeing event, so that'll help us get familiar with Phantom Heights and the new area of the game. No complaints there. Yeah, more of the temple gameplay, temple restoration gameplay. We've been there. Is that guy like a wooden robot? Wait. I didn't get enough look at this guy before. Is he like a wooden automaton? I can't tell what I'm looking at. He looks sick, but I don't know what he is. Oh, I can't wait for more Hollow Zero gameplay. And apparently there's going to be new gears. It looks like there at least once a week there's going to be a, like, hey, take these 3 particular agents into battle as like a challenge mode. The Golden Proxy Awards. So I guess Eos and Fairy are going to team up to do a in-game event. It's going to be like an in-game live stream. It's funny. There's Vivian calling us peak. You're not wrong. And then trampled bounties, which, and I kind of wish this was happening earlier, because I got a lot. We got Grace and Yushuan and Pan to start gearing up for. So I kind of wish this was coming earlier, but I guess better late than never. It'll help with some of the other agents that I'm still trying to level up, just to complete that activity. And just explaining that even though you're not done with the first of all of season 1, you can skip ahead. Which, I mean, I don't need that, but I'm glad they have it. I'm sure people will appreciate it. New discs, which again won't be available until 2.0, so can't farm those yet. So, no, I didn't mean to press that.
The Hollow Era.
I wanted to stop there. There we go. Okay, so that's more or less it. That's the update, and God, it is stacked. There is so much to look forward to in this new update. I'm really excited. And the number one thing is always, the new characters we're going to pull for, and how that's going to change up in-game content. Right? That's one of the important things for me. But besides that, and the lore is going to be expanded upon, a new area, new story, new agent stories, which is always fun. Getting to know these different factions. A lot of the system updates look great. Being able to customize the look of Bell and Wise a little bit is just a fun nugget. The UI changes, like the map being there, that's great. The selector we're gonna get is great. The rewards we're getting are great. I think they nailed this. I mean, as far as they've nailed getting us hyped for it, right? Obviously, the execution of the patch is going to be important too, and we'll see how that turns out in the end. But this looks looking pretty good. This is a lot of fun. I really had no reason not to be excited before, just given my temperament, but I'm really excited now. So yeah, that's pretty much what we got to look forward to. And in the coming weeks, there's going to be plenty to talk about leading up to it. What anticipate for 2.0, thoughts and feelings about season 1, or even this last patch. And I got to do a polling video, so stay tuned for that. In the next few days, I'll release a video kind of going over what my ideas are for polling. So, tell me, what do you think? Which of the 2 S ranks are you going to pull for, if any of them, right? Are you going to do any of the reruns? They didn't show the reruns in this video. we're getting Astra as the first phase rerun and Caesar as the second phase rerun, which that's going to be a big choice for me. So, are you going to pull for any of them, Astra or Caesar, in their respective banners? What do you all think of the mini map? What do you all think of being able to customize Bell and Wise? Okay, just drop in the comments below your thoughts. I appreciate hearing about it. Get some feedback on what we're seeing and what we should look forward to. But with that, it's a wrap. You can catch me streaming on Twitch and TikTok. I do that midnight Saturday, midnight Wednesday every week, with some exceptions. But just keep an eye on my schedule for those. And yeah, just follow me on YouTube as well. If you're watching this, you're on YouTube. Go ahead and please like, subscribe. I appreciate all that. With that, we'll go ahead and call it here. Thank you very much, and talk to you on the next one. Bye.